Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your social studies teacher. Today we have Unit 3, Chapter 6, Section 1, page 160 to 165. Our topic is Geography and Early China. Civilization begins. Like other ancient peoples that you have studied, people in China first they settled along rivers. There they farmed, built villages, and formed a civilization. Like other river civilizations, the Chinese people had to learn to control floods and irrigate their fields. Irrigate means supplying water to lands or crops. China's geographical features divided the country into different regions. Here we have China's physical geography. Geography played a major role in development of Chinese civilization. China has many different geographical features. Some features separated groups of people within China. Others separated China from the rest of the world. Here we have a large and different land of China. China covers an area of nearly 4 million square miles, about the same size as the United States. One of the physical reasons that separate China from its neighbors is the harsh desert, that is the Gobi. It separates over much of China's north. East of the Gobi Plains are one of the world's largest farming regions. The Pacific Ocean forms the country's eastern boundary. More than 2,000 miles off the west, it separates northern China from southern China. You can see in the map China divided into two parts, northern China and South China, North China and South China. Weather and temperature. In the northeast, the climate is cold and dry. Rivers are frozen for more than half of the year. In the northwest, the deserts are very dry. But on the eastern plains of China, heavy rains fall. Monsoons can bring 250 inches of rain each year. That's enough water to cover a 2-story house. Here we have the rivers of China. China has many rivers, as you can see in the map. Two great rivers flow from west to east in China. Number 1, the Huanghe or Yellow River, stretches for nearly 3,000 miles across northern China. The river often floods, and over the years, millions of people have died in Huanghe floods. You can see this one is Yellow River or Huanghe River. This is Huanghe or Yellow River, that is stretched for nearly 3,000 miles. Oh my God. Okay. To the south, the Changjiang or Yangtze River, that is Changjiang or Yangtze River. You can see in the map. This is Changjiang or Yangtze River. Cuts through Central Asia. It flows in the central of Asia. It flows from the mountains of Tibet to the Pacific Ocean. The Changjiang is the longest river in Asia. You can see, go back to the map, you can see here, Changjiang or Yangtze River is flowing from the Tibet mountains, and this is the largest river in the Asia. Here we have the development of farming. Farming in China started along the Huanghe and Changjiang. The river's floods deposited fertile silt. These silt deposits made the land ideal for growing crops. As early as 7000 BC, farmers they grew rice in the middle Changjiang Valley. North, along the Huanghe, the land was better for growing food. Here we have China's first dynasties. China's first dynasties helped Chinese society develop and made many other achievements, many other advancements. One of them is the Jia dynasty. According to the ancient stories, a series of kings ruled early China. Around 2200 BC, one of them, Yu the Great, that's the king name, the ruler name. Writers told of terrible floods during Yu's lifetime. The stories of Jia rulers were important to the ancient Chinese because they told of kings who helped people solve problems by working together. The stories also explained the geography that had such an impact on people's lives. Here we have the Shang dynasty, the first dynasty for which we have clear evidence, that is the Shang, which was established by the 1500s BC, strongest in the Huanghe Valley. The Shang ruled a big area of northern China. Shang rulers moved their capital several times, probably to avoid floods or attack by enemies. The king was at the center of Shang political and religious life. Nobles, they served the king as advisors and helped him rule. Less important officials were also nobles. They performed specific religious duties. The social order became more organized under the Shang. The royal family and the nobles were at the highest level. Nobles owned much land and they passed on their wealth and power to their sons. Warrior leaders from the far regions of the empire also had high rank in society. Most people in the Shang ruling classes lived in large homes in cities. Artisans settled outside the city walls. They lived in groups. Some artisans they made weapons. Other artisans made pottery, tools, or clothing. Artisans were at the middle level of importance in Shang society. Farmers ranked below artisans in the social order. Farmers they worked long hours but had little money. Taxes claimed much of what they earned. Slaves who filled society's lowest rank were an important source of labor during the Shang period. The Shang made many advances, including China's first writing system. The system used more than 2,000 symbols for what? To express words or ideas. The Shang also made other achievements. Shang astrologers also made an important contribution. They developed a calendar based on the cycles of the moon. Here we have summary of the lesson and review. China is a vast land with a different geography. Ancient Chinese civilization developed in the fertile valleys of the Huanghe and Changjiang. Civilization there advanced under Shang rule. People they developed a social order, a writing system, and made other achievements.